Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. And through this channel, I'll be providing some stock analysis and also an update on a $1 million challenge, so please stay tuned. Before we start today's stock analysis, quick reminder of the $1 million challenge. So for anybody who does not know, this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million. Over a period of 3 years using compound return investing. So the strategy involves using 201 trades with an average return of 3.5% per trade. It's not 201 consecutive trades, and we do take into account losses. So in the challenge we have a spreadsheet with specially chosen stocks, many of them low and medium risk, and also color coordinated target buy prices for each of the stocks that you can choose. We have a Discord community which is growing well in excess of 300 now, and people will be sharing trading tips, due diligence, research, chart analysis, technical analysis, and working together in the challenge. The Discord area you can see our agreement, an FAQ section, you can see the chat and ask questions in there. The stock spreadsheet is also available in there. You can share your buy alerts. King and Queen alerts are also available in there, which are shared and explained after you join. And we also have a leaderboard and updates in the Discord area, and there's also an exclusive video not available through the public platform which explain in full detail our strategy and technique to achieve the objective of the challenge. So please join us on this journey. Details in description below. In today's video we're going to do a special dividend update for holders of MMTLP and also previous qualifying holders of TRCH. And before we look at the update in terms of what we're going to look at, we're going to be looking at changes in land prices. We're going to be looking at the potential sales that have taken place. But let's first of all start by having a look at the oil price, which does affect the potential value and the sale of assets for previous Torchlight Energy. So on the screen here, you'll be able to see that the price of oil now is in excess of $80 a barrel. We're looking at WTI crude oil, $81.27 a barrel, and we're also looking at Brent crude oil, just in excess of $82 a barrel. So this is good news for valuation purposes, especially for the dividend. So let's see what else is happening with regard to land. First thing I'd like to share with you here is an article from Reuters. This article is dated November the 4th, 2021, so it's very recent, and the headline here under energy is smaller oil firms pay top dollar for Permian land as large players cash out. So let's see what else we can find in this article. So on the second part of this article, what we can see is that large oil companies are racing to sell land. So it's not only the Torchlight Energy assets, other oil companies are looking to sell the land. So the reason why this is a good time to sell the land, especially as oil price is going up. So we can see in the second paragraph here, worldwide oil demand is expected to be rebounding very, very fast. The economies are opening up. We're looking at, just as we've seen before, oil in excess of $80 a barrel. So output has bounced back in the Permian Basin. And in the third paragraph, we can also see, as a reminder, in the previous video, one thing that we covered, a very prominent sale that took place earlier, was the Royal Dutch Shell sale, where they sold their Permian assets for approximately $9.5 billion September, and followed this week there's another sale which we can take note of now, and that is Pioneer Natural Resources to Continental Resources, and this was for a price of $3.25 billion. So the rally in oil prices has encouraged public share producers to cash in on these assets. So this, I believe, is good news for holders of the special dividend. With regard to this sale that we just seen here, what I'd now like to do is delve deeper into this sale that took place. Again, I'm going to share an article with you from Reuters. This article is dated November the 3rd, 2021. So again, under the heading Energy, we can see here confirmation, Continental Resources to buy Texas land from Pioneer for $3.25 billion. And the final thing I'd like to do in the second part of this article is look at a potential comparison in terms of the net acres. So for this particular deal, we're looking at 92,000 acres, but for Torchlight Energy, we are all aware that the net acres up for sale in terms of the assets to qualify for the special dividend, we're looking at 134,000 acres, so quite significantly higher. That's good news for us, potentially, because in terms of the acres being higher, then that should also give us a much more premium price in terms of a sale. What I'd now like to do is draw your attention to the website here for William Ranch Group LLC, and what we can see here in terms of why it's interesting is they are looking at providing information of land for sale. So we can see the headline just at the bottom here, oil and gas news, West Texas Permian Basin pricing. So 8 of the top 15 counties for wells with production within the next 12 months are in the Permian. So the Permian is a very valuable area. The only category in which this region does not figure prominently is leasing. It boasts only 4 of the top 15 counties for lease filings within the last 6 months, with most of these on the edges of the place. So let's delve a little bit deeper into this website and see what else we can find. And the next part of this website I'd like to share with you, I think is very interesting, especially for potential calculation of the special dividend. We can see here under the section key points, activity in the Permian is high by all measures except new lease filing. So what that indicates is a lot of interest in this area. But the second bullet point I think I'm going to focus on now is very interesting in terms of price per acreage. We can see here asset transactions, which we're looking at sales involving Permian acreage, ranged from $10,000 to $58,000 per acre, net acre in 2016. So this is referring to a potential price 5 years ago. So the conservative calculations that I carried out in my previous video were based on around about a $27,000 to $30,000 per acre, but this indication that we're getting here is from 2016, so this is also positive news. Third bullet point, analysis of Wolfcamp B type curve production for recent long lateral wells in Martin County suggest land NPV, net present value, from $52,000 to $269,000 per acre at $30 and $80 per barrel respectively. So that's taking into account the land and the value of the oil. Moving further down, NPV and acreage valuation estimates are sensitive to the decline curve model used to forecast production. And then further on, we can see a break-even oil price of $21.4 per barrel. So we know that the price of a barrel is just in excess of $80. So the break-even here is $21.4 per barrel dollars. But that's also taking into account the cost. Anything in excess of that will be profit. So, and then finally, because of more expensive land acquisitions, the break-even oil price for QEP in Martin County would be to $31.50 per barrel. So again, these are all calculations that the company will probably take into account when they are carrying out their sales. So we do expect some news fairly soon. And the final thing I'd like to share with you from this website is confirmation from 2016 of sale of assets. We can see in the table on the right that some examples of prices for net acreage. At the top we can see that there was a sale for 14,197 acres, and that was for $7,185 per acre. Below that there was another sale where the per net acreage price was just in excess of $20,000. And that was for in excess of $8,000 per acre. But what's very interesting, right at the very bottom, RSP Permian, October 2016, in the Loving and Winkler County, there was a sale of 41,000 acres, and the price here, which is very interesting, is $45,732 per acre. So this is 5 years ago. And finally, in the middle paragraph, one other thing I'd like to focus on now is confirmation in terms of potential prices right now. According to this website, we can see current prices per acre this year range from $7,000 to $58,000 per net acre, per net mineral acre. So $58,000 per acre is the highest we're looking at, and I think for the sale of Torchlight Energy assets, I don't think we're going to get anywhere near the $58,000 high price, but certainly I'm looking for a sale well in excess of $10,000 per acre, probably in excess of $15,000 per acre. And just to finish off now, let's have a quick reminder in terms of one of my calculations for the dividend on the screen here. This was based on $30,000 per acre and 165 million shares. So we can see here The calculation resulted in an estimated dividend of $13.60 per share. And what I'd now like to do is just finish off by giving you on the screen here a potential calculation that we can use based on that calculation for working out per $1,000 per acre the price per acre of sale. So on the screen here we'll be able to see the headline: how much dividend can be expected per $1,000 per price of acre sale. So in terms of the previous calculation that I just shared with you, we're looking at a dividend of approximately $13.60. So based on that, for every $1,000 per acre on this calculation, we're looking at getting around about 45 cents per share. So using that estimated calculation on the table at the bottom, you can see for if the sale of assets is for $5,000 per acre, we're looking at an approximate dividend of $2.25 per share. If we move down, $10,000, $4.50 per share. $15,000 per acre, we're looking at $6.75. $20 per acre, we're looking at $9 dividend. $25,000 per acre, we're looking at $11.25 dividend per share. $30,000 per acre, we're looking at $13.50 per share. And the highest, possibly realistic, still realistic I think, $35,000 per share, we're looking at a $15.75 dividend. So let's now wait and see what happens. We're getting nearer and nearer to news for a potential dividend, and fingers crossed we will get some good news. And finally, if anybody is interested in joining us again on the $1 Million Challenge, details are in the description below. You can join the challenge for as little as $9. So details in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.